that kind of project really gets us out of bed in the morning, where we're combining modern cutting-edge technology with something that needs to work with people, and especially where it has an opportunity to improve their life. So at the Imagination Factory, we refer to ourselves as a strategic design and creative engineering company. And the reason is because we do a lot more than just the design and engineering, as important as that is. We also can help clients to understand the human-centered side of design, which means understanding user needs and understanding the full landscape of people that will be involved in the product or system. But equally, we can help them to think through the strategy of how they want to become successful with their product or their system. And sometimes that involves helping them to learn about the journey they need to go through in order to fund this whole process. It's very expensive developing a new product, and so we've had experience with government grant funding, investment, crowdfunding, the whole range. And at the end of the day, the client needs some guidance usually to understand which one of those routes is going to be right for them. So there's two areas that we've noticed recently we've done quite a bit of work in. One is a little bit unusual for us, but it's doing installations. It might be kinetic art, or it might be some sort of VR immersive experience, like a motion platform. We actually recently just completed a kinetic garden sculpture that has 12 inverted pendulums that are all moving in a harmonic motion. Looks fantastic, and really challenged us in terms of the aesthetics, material choices, and the mechanism and the electronics that would make it work. That was a lot of fun. And then at the other end of the spectrum, we've also been doing a lot of work with wearable augmented reality, so smart glasses type displays. And a recent project that we just completed was a research project looking at how these displays could be used to help people with Parkinson's. So that kind of project really gets us out of bed in the morning, where we're combining modern cutting-edge technology with something that needs to work with people, and especially where it has an opportunity to improve their life, either as a result of a disease, an illness, or just some way in which they want to make their life better. So a key part of being a designer is being able to communicate the things that you're designing and the ideas that you're having, and even down to the point where you want to communicate with a whole different range of people. So for example, a client might want to raise some investment for the idea they've got, and so often they haven't got the initial amount of money to go all the way through the development process. So we can create things within SolidWorks and then use the visualize part of the package to create photorealistic renderings. And those are really helpful, not just for us to communicate to the client, but for them to communicate to the outside world as well. But then there's also the aspect where if you are going to manufacture, you need to be able to produce really high quality drawings that are in a format that the manufacturer will understand and that's easy to share with them as well. Often they will have SolidWorks too, so that's simple. But when they don't, then we use e-drawings, or we might create a 3D PDF directly from SolidWorks, and that makes it easy for us to share with people who don't have the SolidWorks package themselves. With some of our clients, we've even been experimenting with enabling them to see the designs in virtual reality. It gives them a more immersive experience and the ability to actually feel what the product would be like in real scale. All the clients that we work for have a concern about the confidentiality of what we're doing. Often they want to be either first to market, or they're working on something that has some valuable intellectual property, which might be something that we're developing for them in the process. So data security is absolutely key, and we have that across all of our systems, but in particular with the CAD data, we don't want that to get out into the world where it shouldn't be until the time is ready. The PDM system gives us a really good strong vault that helps us to keep everything secure. So since 2014, we've been able to access the support and training that Solid Solutions provides. In particular, we've been investing in the training passports for our staff, which means they get access to a whole load of training courses, and then also they can just get on the phone whenever they need some help, because invariably you come up against something that you've not done before, and a project might require some specific bit of knowledge, and the SolidWorks package is so complete and in-depth that you often need that person on the end of the phone just to guide you in the right direction.